I do think there are people that are so money motivated that they're like, I will stay miserable so I don't have to give up half my stuff.
Plus to the state.
Yeah, plus the state. Yeah, yeah.
Plus
And
the
I
state.
think that that's a big piece of it. But that's why I've always said that like when the economy is bad, the divorce rate goes up because people are fighting over money and scarcity creates conflict.
So
When the
business is
economy
good.
is really good, it's also good. It increases divorces because people are like, fuck it, you can take half and I'll still be fine.
Right.
And like, that's the problem with when you represent the ultra wealthy is they're like, all right, I'll buy her another house in the Hamptons. Like, I'll keep this one. She can have that one, or she can have that one and I'll buy another one. Like the more money you have, the more that you're like, yeah, whatever, dude, you can cut it in half and I'll still be fine. So that's a piece of it. But yeah, I think money, right now, like there's a huge tension in the world. There's a lot of tension in the economy. And I think that sometimes puts strain on people, and that is bad for the marriage rate and for the divorce rate.
And I know that you said before that you're going to be precise, emotionless, detached from every person's case, but you are a human being at the end of the day. Does this job ever wear on you emotionally?
I think it wears on me in the way that you do anything at an intense level, you'll get tired. Like I remember saying to my son, who's also an attorney, I was complaining to him that I was like, yeah, I'm really tired right now. And he's like, but you love your job. And I was like, son, I love sex too. But if I did it 14 hours a day for 20 days in a row, I'd want a break. Like, so I think that, but emotionally, there are times where when I'm representing like a victim of intimate partner abuse, domestic violence, when I have to see certain things, like I've had to watch like video of someone abusing their spouse or abusing a child or abusing a pet. I remember having to watch like a Ring video of someone kicking the family dog, and I had to weaponize that against that person. I did quite effectively, but I just remember having to watch that and hear that and thinking like, oh, like it's always hard to confront the reality of the things that people do.
Right.
That to me, like I've been angry at a woman, but I've never laid a hand on a woman.
Yeah.
I think I could count on one hand the number of times I've ever even like yelled at, maybe like twice. Right. And when I say yelled at, just been like, you know what, fuck this kind of, not, I've never been like, you suck. It like, it's just not in me. My father never behaved that way. Like I just never behaved that way. And so listening to the recordings of a woman screaming at a man or screaming at a child, or a man screaming at a woman and she's sobbing and he's just belittling her, that can't not, I don't ever want to be the kind of person that wouldn't register on my emotional radar. But, you know, I look at it like, okay, I feel it, but I get to be the outcause. Nice. Like I get to be part of that person's liberation from that. I get to be part of the solution to that. And that to me is very inspiring.
That's amazing, actually. And you've built such a well-respected legal career, and now you've also, you know, you've always had a powerful media voice. That was an accident, right?
Yeah, the latter was an accident. Yeah. The former, I put everything.
Exactly.
The latter was a total accident.
And at what point did you realize that your voice actually did matter outside of courtrooms?
Only recently, to be honest. I have to tell you, because like only now that random strangers 5 times a day come up to me and go, "You're the divorce lawyer," you know, like on the way here, you know, some of us, and wherever I am, like if I'm in LA or if I'm in Vegas or if I'm anywhere, people immediately are like, "Hey, you're that divorce lawyer," like, and
America's divorce lawyer.
Yeah, it was just the feeling. Yeah, I think that the reality that, because when I wrote the book, even like writing is such a solitary activity.
Yeah.
You know, you write it, then you hand it, and then one day it's like in a bookstore and you're like, holy cow, that's crazy. But you never get to watch anybody reading it and stand over them going, what do you think? You know, but people would once in a while write, you know, or I remember reading the New York Times review of my book and it was like, holy cow, this is so weird. But yeah, no, only in the last like year have I really started to be recognized regularly. And that's really powerful and intoxicating in some ways. I represent a lot of celebrities, so I've always believed and seen through their lives, because I represent them and I sometimes represent their spouses against them. So like the unknown person against the celebrity. And fame is the mask that eats into the wearer. Like, I think that, you know, like it will change you if you're not mindful of it. You know, I even seen it in myself that like the first few times that people would like stop me and be like, "Oh my God, I love you." Like, first of all, that's amazing. Like just having random people come up and tell you you're amazing. Like, I've yet to have one person come up to me and be like, "You suck." Like people in the comments might say that, but just don't read the comments. Like, but generally the people that will stop you are saying, "I just want to tell you you're awesome."
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you're like, okay, now I know why my celebrity clients, some of them are such pricks, because all day long they're just getting positive affirmation out of them.
Yeah, it's true.
But I remember the first time that because there's I live pretty close to my office. So I walk, from my apartment to my office, and I walk past this very touristy spot, the Vessel, because my office is right by the Vessel, which is a lot of people are there to take pictures by it. It's like living near any landmark in New York City. And I remember one time, like usually 3 or 4 people will stop me just in that short walk. And I remember the first time that no one stopped me. And I remember thinking,
I have to do that walk again.
Like, what's going on? Like, am I not famous today? Like, what happened? And I thought, oh, don't do that, man. Don't start chasing that dragon. No. Like, if this is something you have to have happen to you for you to feel good about who you are, like you went 20-something years in a career without ever thinking like, oh, but people need to know who I am. Like people didn't know who I am unless they needed to.
Yeah.
Like people's agents knew who I was. People's accountants knew who I was. Like lawyers knew who I was. But the general populace, nobody knew who the hell I was.
Right.
Like they would see me sometimes coming out of a courthouse and I was standing behind somebody they knew. But I didn't get in front of the camera. My policy has always been no comment to the press on cases. Like, so there's a bunch of cases where they say James Sexton's the attorney. He had no comment. But I generally prefer not to try cases in the press. So I think, getting used to that is a different thing for me, but it's not something I ever want to get used to.